Blessings and welcome forward to Reasonings at the Tree of Life right here in Kingston, Jamaica. I am Jerome Sage Butler, being your host, ever so much taking you through a lot of these conversations and reasonings, offerings of harmony, health, good words, good stirrings, things that can hopefully spark some divine presence in you or allow the divine presence to awake and for a spark towards some greater good, some greater change. I'm happy that you're staying on the platforms to be informed, and the platforms are indeed Celia Media on IG, YouTube and Facebook, and Jerome Sage Butler on IG and on Facebook. And you can also check out my radio blog at NITESAGE, that is Night Sage, on YouTube. And there's also lots of other radio blogs and little interesting anecdotes that connects back a lot of the spirited information. I want to also extend a genuine thankfulness and just continued blessing. A wholesome prayer to all the people who have been sending forward positive feedback, not just in terms of a good comment, but in terms of just how much a word has helped you in your own experiences. And I have, since the first set of presentation and the first set of posting of these videos on our channel, I have now actually begun to directly help a lot of the people who have been listening. So for those people who are directly in tune now that I am counseling, that I am in tune with spiritually, that I am being a channel through the Most High on a personal level, I want to thank you for your trust in me that I can help you in a personal way. And I'm so thankful for the good feedback. I can't go on without saying thanks for that. My presentation today surrounds, I would say, a topic close to my heart. It is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I think just like many Jamaicans and just like many humans in general, at some points I have been here, I've been caught up here, I've been too focused here at this point or this juncture in my existence. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the past. Today I'm talking about getting past your past, getting past our collective past. Let's start first with our personal past. Now we all know that we have all started somewhere, we're all on a journey, going somewhere, coming from somewhere, and in some point we are in the duration of that journey on the way to somewhere, coming from somewhere. And in this point of view, we have amassed a lot of good and bad experiences. Some of the good experiences recounts in us the sense of maybe now in our present life, things aren't as good as it was at those points. So we tend to take those drifting journeys back to the past to kind of ground us, root us, or even motivate us, Beyond the sense of just motivation, however, sometimes we are stuck there, both in the good and in the bad experiences, because sometimes the bad experiences also has been like a mortal or immortal wound that is constantly not healed, and it's constantly pulling us back to the pain and the suffering and trying to identify us with these states of existence that we were going through. Maybe it is old behaviors, old attitudes, old lifestyles, because all of us, truthfully, at some point in our existence have been through some forms of lifestyles that probably weren't the healthiest or the most harmonious in the truer sense of what our soul is about. And so we have wounds and scars going back to those stages that a lot of times draw us back to kind of be trying to see, what we can do to heal or what we can do to get past. Or sometimes we're just downright bummed out and stuck in our self-view generated by the past experiences. Now, many of the past experiences, as we've come to know, are not just bad, they're also good, right? There were those awesome relationships that you had that seemed to touch the cosmic, touch heaven and touch your soul, and yet they have transitioned into what seems now to be an empty space. As one famous teacher once said to me, because it is this way now doesn't mean it will always be this way, because if we are being honest, it wasn't always as it is now. So there are times when you reminisce those experiences where you're like, oh my God, this loving experience, this professional experience, this ability to tour and travel around the world has been so awesome that I feel that this is truly me. And the current me or the current you that is stuck in the apartment, stuck in the low-cost housing, or the subway taking, or you've been demoted down to one of these cheap cars, and you used to be rolling high end, so you're stuck in a lot of lamentations and worry about what it had been like. So we also know that the good experiences imprison you in the past. And then moving out of the personal view of the past, getting past your personal past to now advance to getting past our collective past. Because our collective past have a lot of trauma in it that holds the human race currently at odds and at ransom to our pain or suffering. And some people cannot connect deeply nor truly emotionally with others because they've been born out of relationships that have been started in some of the most painful conditions of post-war or during war or pre-war eras or during the war eras of the last 40 and 50 years, even up until the last 15 and 20, and some are still being born in war and tour eras right across terra firma, right across the geopolitical earth. So there is a collective need to get past our past. There's a collective need to heal. There's a collective need for therapy. One of the major reasons I am doing this, as I said, in my own calling, is because I don't want myself and others to perish. This is my response to the calling that has been born in my own soul for restitution, that we've been collectively traumatized. And I have learned from a lot of the teachers that I've read in the book revolution, all through the Gutenberg revolution until now, to the internet revolution. I'm listening to new age thinkers, modern pundits, and even the traditional, the ancient thinkers on the same medium of the internet. So I've been quite immersed in the research of information because this has been my desire to offer a collective sort of therapy, an allowance so we can spark genuine conversations towards a collective sense of well-being, sparking with your individual purposes and your individual ways of being. It's your choice. You can listen, you can choose not to. So by the virtue that you are listening and that you've been responding, I think that this has been making true connection, and it has been fulfilling the genuine role and desire that we had for it. So I'm so happy in the glory of the Most High and in the true strength of the people who makes this possible, and the people who have come together since we've been doing this to actually help us to carry the message on. I know that we've been doing on various topics, and as such people are drawn or attracted to certain topics which connect their states and where they are currently. The overall grasping of it is towards helping us, towards helping myself to move past the lower frequencies of the depressions, the hurt, the suffering, the internal blockages that is created by those inheritances we have had mentally, emotionally, and also we take on educationally as we are studying the postulations of these times through the pundits that we've been given to us, our historians and our social commentators. So as such, we're under that collective trauma, and I'm seeking, as many have sought, to add a word, to share a word, because I have learned from many words. So there is a collective beckoning, a collective ushering that is going on, that is taking place, that is truly alerting us to the awakening, to the realization that there needs to be collective healing. It doesn't matter color, class, or creed, though I'm a proud member of the black race, the African family. I'm a proud member of the human family. So hues, textures, and tones matters only as much as I can identify, because I love to see the colors for what they are. I wouldn't want to replace one color with another. So I would not want to put myself without my color into a space to feel acceptance. Likewise, I wouldn't want you to do the same. So I would not define my color as being one thing and define your color as being another. I will define us as being human. So I know, as you know, we need collective healing. It doesn't matter if I say it, or if some great philosopher, or some great poet say it, or some great political pundit say it, or some great religious personality say it. It doesn't matter. I am saying it, you're saying it. We're all truly saying it. It's time that we, together, in our personal environment, do something to help each other to relate more clearly to the experience we're going through. We need some healing. and towards some collective and personal responsibility also. Because the past has been what it has been. And as a black man in this so-called West, as a Taino in this present age, understand me? Or as a representation of the African man or the black family in the present age, we've been through a lot. And so as every other color, tone and texture, right up to what is called the leaders of the current civilization. We've all been through stuff. They've all been collective disparities between what's been the aggressor's action and the aggressee's action. You understand me? So there has been a direct correlation between the hurt that is coming from the oppressor and the pain and suffering and the hurt that's coming from the oppressed. We're all together pressed into this situation and we need to get out of it. So slowly, in your personal, religious, political groups, in all your groupings, begin to make that movement. I think it's high time we start, and it's high time we continue along the paths that has been inculcated through these movements over the time and through generous souls who have offered up information, offered up their visions of the future, their visions of a better way of life for all of us. So my word is towards your healing. My word is towards a genuine desire to see us collectively get past our past. Get past our past as individuals. Get past those things which are already fixed and gone, which right now in the present, it's only opinions you have of them and interpretations, because many of things that you've coded in your memory or in your mind as being the actual events are interpretations and transliterations of what you've interpreted. You understand me? And you've reworked the memories to satisfy your own internal desires. So sometimes what you think was so hurtful or was so happy and joyful might not have even been. It's just your interpretations. So in as much as you can let them go, joy and happiness will survive. It will survive and it will fit the form of new experiences. So you need not subject yourself to saying, well, that was when things was great, or that is what has made me what I am, hence meaning that I cannot change, or this is who I am and it's never going to be anywhere else. That's not true, because we know that this is a living cosmos. We're all growing and we're all living. And as we continue to grow, let us get past the collective hurts, the collective trauma, the personal hurts and the personal trauma. Offer healing in your small grouping, in your cultural groups, in your religious, in your social movements, right? Yeah. And in your new economic movements too, right? Because we're all humans and we know that we've been out of sync and we all need to get in sync. So being in sync, just thanking you for being in sync with this moment of wording and offering. And I give thanks for your presence on our page. Thanking you so much for sharing with us. Just reminding you that you're a beautiful gift to yourself and to your environment and to those who you come in contact with. So continue to be that awesome gift that you are. Thank you very much. Continue watching and see the media. Continue to stay on the platforms to be informed.